Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by my channel. This is Nest Signature. In this channel, I post DIY videos, I post drafting, cutting and sewing videos every week on this channel. Do well to check on the videos on this channel. In today's tutorial, I will be teaching you how to make this beautiful top. It is very easy to make. It's something you can do within 20 to 15 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes. So do well to watch this video till the end if you want to make this simple top. So these are the materials I'll be using for making this beautiful top. So I'll be using a stretchy fabric. So you can use a lycra fabric or you can use crepe. It all depends on you. But the fabric has to be stretchy. That's my pattern paper and that's my um bias. You need your pen or your marker, your ruler, your tape rule. So these are the things that we are going to use. So let's go straight to the drafting. This is the paper, the pattern paper I'll be using. The first thing you are going to do is to draw out the starting line, which is at the tip of this pattern. That's where my tip is right now. So I'll go ahead and mark out the bust point, which is 10 inches, then the waist, then the length of the blouse, which is 23 inches. I hope you understand. So I'll mark it out again so that you can see this is the bust point, this is the waist, which is 16, and the length is 23. So I've marked it out, so I'll go ahead and rule them so that you can see the line properly. Then I'll go back to the starting line. Okay, so I'll go there and I'm going to mark out the shoulder. Your shoulder divided by shoulder measurement divided by 2. Okay, so it's whatever it gives to you, you mark it out there. Then also go down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope. From your shoulder slope, take the depth of your armhole. So go ahead and mark it. Okay, so automatically that is the chest line. So where the shoulder and sorry the armhole depth end, that's the um, chest line. So I went ahead to mark it down. So I'll also cross check if the width of the chest line is equal to the shoulder line. So ensure it's equal to the shoulder line. So I've marked it same with the shoulder line. So I'll go ahead and connect it to meet the starting point of the armhole. Okay, I connect it together like so. So the next thing I'm going to do now is the shoulder slope. For me to draw the shoulder slope, where I have to mark at the neck circumference. Okay, so I've marked it out. Let me just use 3 inches for now. I'm going to change it, but let's use 3 inches so that it will help us slope the shoulder effectively. So I've marked out 3 inches for the shoulder, for the neck circumference. Okay, so after marking that, let me go ahead and label the lines as the chest line, bust point, the waist, and the length of the blouse. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to divide the bust circumference by 4. Then go ahead and mark. You can add your sewing allowance now if you want to. So for the waist, divide it by 4. Also mark it out. Remember, no dots. Since the fabric is stretchy, there's no dot in this gown, sorry, this top. So go ahead and mark, take your hip circumference for the length of the gown. So you can go ahead and add half an inch as a sewing allowance, or you can go ahead and just cut it exact. So while cutting on the fabric, you can add your sewing allowance. I hope you understand. So that is for that. I'll go ahead and connect the hip to the waist and the waist to the bust. At this point, at the hemline, I went up by um 1 inch. Okay, so I'll go ahead and just slope it down to meet the midpoint of the top. Okay, so that the edges of the top will not be so sharp and it's going to give it a very fine shape. So go ahead and come up by 1 inch from the length of the top and go ahead and slope it down to meet the mid part of the top. The next thing is to mark out the neck circumference. Since it's a boat like neckline, I'm going to go in by 4.5 inch, you can go in by 5 inch, depend on how wide you want your neckline to look like. So I want mine to be a little bit wide, so that's why I make it 4.5 inch. So for the depth of the neckline for the front, it is 2 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark it out and place my ruler very well at a good position. Then I'm going to curve it out. So this is how the front neckline look like. So automatically our shoulder slope, we are going to adjust it. I'm going to take it back to the starting point and slope it down to meet the 1 inch. Can you see? I hope you understand. So we are going to use same pattern for both back and front. So we are going to, this is for the front depth. So this one that I'm about to draft now is for the back and neckline depth. So I'm just going in by 1.5 inch. So it all depends on you. You can make both back and front neck depth the same thing. So just go ahead and connect it like so. Okay, that is for that. So this is for the back and the front. Remember, the pattern is for the back and the front. So from the shoulder, we are going to just add 4 inch. Depend on how you want your cup, the sleeve to look like. So I marked out 4 inch, and I'm going to connect the line to the shoulder slope like so. So watch carefully how I'm drafting it and connecting it. So remember the shoulders, it is now on the starting line. I hope you understand. So from that point there where we mark out for, just come down by 1.5 inch. Okay, so I just remember that we have not shaped the armhole, so I'll just go ahead and measure the armhole, take the midpoint of it, then go in by 1/2 inch. Then I'll connect it to meet the depth of the armhole so that we can draw out the shape of our armhole. So this will act as guideline on the next thing to do. So just go ahead and do that. Okay, so I connected the top to meet the midpoint and the midpoint to meet this side like so. So at the down part of the armhole, I'm just going to come up by, watch carefully, 1.5 inch too. Okay, remember at the top I came down by 1.5 inch, then at the armhole I came up by 1.5 inch. So I'll go ahead and connect all that I have just marked out. So at the top, just go ahead and connect it downward. Okay, so at where the shoulder initially end, at that point you curve it down to meet the 4 inches extra that you added. So you can add 3.5 inches. It all depend on how long you want your sleeve to look like. So at that point where you curved it to meet that 4 inch and that 1 inch downward, just go ahead and connect it to meet that 1 inch that you marked out from the shoulder depth. I hope you understand. So look, I watch the video very well so that you understand how to draft yours. So this is how I went to connect it. So that part is somehow sharp at that armhole curve there. So I'll just go ahead and just blend it so that it will be a little bit curvy. Okay, so this is the uh shape of our top. So I'll go ahead and cut it off. This is how it looks after cutting, and it is really beautiful. So when cutting, remember to cut with the back neckline first, since you are using one pattern. Okay, so this is how it looks. It is really beautiful. I'll place it on the fabric. So I went ahead to place it on the fabric on fold. So I'm cutting the back first. Okay, so and I'm also adding my sewing allowance. So this is where you cannot add your sewing allowance if you have not added your sewing allowance. So I'm just going to cut it off, adding my sewing allowance. This is just the back, and I also fold the front and cut the same. Okay, so I've cut the front. If you notice now that I've already removed the back neckline, and I was able to use it to cut the front neck. So this is how the back and the front look like. I'm just going to remove the pattern paper, and I'm going to tell you what next to do. Okay, so after removing the paper, just go ahead and spread it open right side facing right side, then just do the shoulder down. After sewing the shoulder down to the sleeve, this is how it looks. Okay, remember, right side facing right side, and this is the wrong side. Just go ahead and sew it like so as I have done. So the next thing I'm going to do right away now is to pipe the neck. It's just to conceal the rough edges at the neck. I'm going to use a bias to turn the neckline. So just watch as I'm going to do that. I'll just turn it to the right side, place my bias, okay, on the right side of the fabric. Then where the first folding is, just go ahead and lay it flat on the tip of the neck of the dress. Just go ahead and sew it. Ensure you do not drag the fabric so that the neck will not be so wide. So go ahead and sew it like so until you get to the end of the neck circumference. After that, just after sewing the first one, just go ahead and turn it to the wrong side, then sew again. That will be for the piping. I hope you understand, and I'll show you how it looks after sewing. This is how it looks after concealing the rough edges at the top, the neckline, and also I did same thing to the armhole. So the next thing I'm going to do is just to join it at the side, then fold the hem. That's the hem of the top, and that will be all. You can go ahead and weave it, and this is how it looks after turning to the right side. And our top is really beautiful. You need to see it on the mannequin. Very beautiful. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do well to click on the subscribe button. Please go and click on the subscribe button, and do well to turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post new video. Give this video a thumbs up, drop your comment in the comment section, and share the video link with others. So this is our beautiful top. I'm going to wear it on the mannequin so that you see it. Ensure you tell people about my channel, Yes Signature. I post videos every week. So this is how it looks. See you. Bye.